and welcome back to another episode of
By Waifu
and Me. And today it's already 2022, but we have not shown you all the last manga that we picked up before the end of 2021. So today we have for you our December 2021 manga haul, and it was a massive one. We actually picked up a lot of manga, and that's kind of what made us actually put this off, because we knew it was going to be a bit of a bigger video, and it ended up just getting put off. You know, the holidays happened, so here we are. Yeah. It's already mid-January, and we want to show you guys everything that we had picked up by the end of last year, and we'll obviously be showing you everything we've already picked up this year in our January haul at the end of the month. So, Waifu, without further ado, let's just jump right into what we picked up, because honestly, I think December was maybe one of our better months, and it was only because there's two big things that happened. Half Price Books was doing a 20% off the whole store sale in December. And additionally, Barnes & Noble's did a 50% off hardcover sale, which both were very unexpected for us. I don't think we planned for either of those to happen in December. Additionally, there was Right Stuff sales, but we actually posted those as separate haul videos. So if you guys want to check those out, make sure to go over to our channel. We posted the Right Stuff hauls that we made throughout the Right Stuff winter sale as separate hauls. So you guys should go check those out if you haven't already. Hopefully you have if you're a fan of us. If you're new to our channel, make sure you go and check those out. You're going to like those, because we did pick up a lot from Right Stuff over December, but obviously they're not included in this video, because we just, we separate them into their own little thing. So, awesome. This is just stuff that we picked up physically throughout the month of December. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys what I got first with something very special. So the first thing that I have to show you all is I was able to pick up volumes 18, 25, 27, 28, 29, and 30 of Shaman King. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I own volumes 1 through 17 of the original Shaman King run, and I'm a really big fan of the series. Unfortunately, the rest of the volumes, pretty much 18 through 32, are pretty difficult to find at a good price. I had someone over in the Sacred Discord of the Kais, that's Chase the Dark Sages official Discord, offer me these 6 volumes for $40 shipped. And I know they were in a bit of rough condition, but that's below retail price. So I decided I'll go ahead and see what's up with them and see if maybe I can salvage them a little bit. I will say they're not the best condition. So here's volume 18, volume 25. And for this one, you can see there, it's like bound together with like a piece of string. Definitely rough. And all of these actually have this little San Francisco Public Library thing on the top. And yes, they're all a little bit yellowed from just being library copies, but I was able to clean up a lot of the stickers and stuff on it. You'll see when I show the covers, each of them I did get like all of the stickers and things off of the spines, so I was able to clean them up a little bit. Here's volume 27, volume 28, volume 29, and volume 30. Now, some of these volumes do go for something like $100. Some of these go for like $100 by themselves, so they're very difficult to find. And I mean, these are not in the best condition. They're a little beat up. They're all very yellowed. They've all seen better days. I know with the light, you can't really see it. There you go. So as you can see, they've seen better days. You can see the little stamps on the tops of all of them. Like I said, volume 25 was even held together by like a piece of twine, which is like truly the most interesting part. But I wanted to show you guys these. I'm happy to have them in my collection, even in this condition. I was able to clean them up with some Goo Gone and get these kind of cleaned up. And like I said, I think I saw volume 30 sell for over $100 once, and I got all 6 of these for only $40 shipped. So I took it, and maybe I'll find some other library copies to finish this collection soon. That's my goal, get all 32 volumes, even if they are a little bit beat up. That's fine. I just don't want to pay way above retail for them, which I haven't yet. All the volumes I have so far, I've spent like retail or below. So, we've got more than 2/3 of the series at this point without paying above retail. And also, obviously, in December, we did pick up the latest of the omnibus editions. This is the reprint being done by Kodansha. These are available on shelves everywhere. This brings us up 13, 14, 15. I don't think we get another one for a month or two, though. So, yes, we're caught up on those. Shaman King, great shonen action series if you're into this. You can definitely go buy these omnibuses. They're readily available everywhere up through volume 15, and they're going to keep coming out throughout the year.
One of the first pickups for December, it's called Delicious Dungeon, and it is a fantasy but kind of looks like a Food Wars type of manga. You can see on volume 1, he's got a pan, he's got a spatula, people are cooking in the background. But anyway, Jerry saw this in Half Price, right?
Yeah, Half Price books.
He saw it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, so we're missing 5, and there's a couple more after that as well. It's still coming out as well. It's not fully published in English yet, but I'll go ahead and show the covers while I'm still talking. yeah, he saw it in half price and he's like, hey, this looks cute. I think you'll like it. And I said, yeah, that does look cute. I think I will like it. So Jerry picked it up for me.
Yay.
So, oh man, there's some tentacle stuff going on there. We love it. Love to see that.
It's a little bit of an anime manga trope there.
Yeah, volume 4.
Yikes!
Yeah, just a little bit, But it looks really cool. I think there's totally an 8
or 9.
8 or 9 out so
Something like
far
that.
in total. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to give it a try. It looks fun, it looks wholesome, except for that one tentacle one.
The next half-price book find that I had is actually another, like, kind of rare manga. Some of the people in the community definitely talk about. And that is that I was able to pick up volume 4 and volume 5 of Great Teacher Onizuka. This is the original print run by Tokyo Pop. And if you've been in the manga community at all, you know that this is a very popular older manga that was only printed by Tokyo Pop, which is now sort of, they're not completely defunct, but they print pretty much non-existent manga, like very low interest manga. So this is definitely a popular series from that time. I don't have volumes 1, 2, and 3, so obviously I can't try to read this. It's a series that's always been on my radar. I watched some of the anime when I was very young, and I've always thought it was a really cool series, but obviously it's had an explosion in popularity with the explosion in manga, so these are really tough to pick up. I think that my plan is to eventually read this and Shonen Junai Gumi, which is it's the original series. GTO is actually a sequel series that was created. Although GTO is the more popular, the more famous of the two. The other one's not a prequel technically. That one actually was created first. I do hope to read both of those in the coming years. I want to make sure that I get through them. But it was really cool to pick up and find 2 rare volumes. I might try to find volumes 1, 2, and 3 for a good price, so I can at least read the first 5 physically, and then maybe transition over to reading it digitally. I'm not sure. But yes, 2 volumes, GTO.
Alright, some more half-price pickups that Jerry found for me while he was out and about. I don't even know why I wasn't with you, but...
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I was by myself
maybe you had
this
a
day.
off
I
or
got the
something.
GTOs,
I don't
the
know.
dungeon, and this one.
Yeah, so
Same way.
Laid Back Camp, Volume 1, Volume 2. Definitely looks cute, looks cozy, looks wholesome. Excited to try it. Just like with Delicious Dungeon, I haven't read it yet.
Right.
I've definitely fallen behind on my manga reading game. Sorry, guys, but we're getting there. And especially with the podcast. If you haven't seen our first episode of the podcast, even with its audio issues, it's a lot of fun. And that's where we're going to talk more about what we have been reading. So just a quick plug for that. And maybe this will show up at some point.
Almost certainly. And I think there are like 12 volumes of this out. I think.
It's a smaller
And I know that there's already
it's-
2 seasons of an anime, I believe, that's out as well. So
That's what I was
we
gonna
definitely wanted to try this one. Neither of us have read that one. Okay, next. Super quick and obvious, we did pick up the latest Chainsaw Man in the month of December. Obviously, we did, we've just been picking these up as they come out. We both have read the entire series. We're picking them up just to have them on our shelf because we love the manga. So if you're not already reading Chainsaw Man, you should go read it on the Shonen Jump app or go and pick up these 8 volumes and give it a shot. They are more readily available now than ever before. So go out to your local manga shop, pick this up. One of the best shonen action series to come out in the last few years, and absolutely worth your time.
Okay, so it's what we've been waiting for, what feels like forever. Komi Volume 6.
Finally!
It has been off shelves for months.
Yep.
Months. And then it finally restocks online, Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Jerry grabs it. We got it. Now our Komi collection is up to date because we also picked up Volume 16. They're having fun on some bikes.
Yes.
What a cute series. Again, so I've only read 9 of the volumes so far. I think one day I'm probably going to sit and just like binge the whole thing. But we definitely want to keep up with this series because it's so cute and it's just a nice chill series to read just on any day. It's great to jump into whenever.
Absolutely. So we're caught up on Komi, finally, with Volume 6. And obviously also caught up, another quick Shonen Jump pickup, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen. This is Volume 13. I'm not current with the manga. Waifu is. I am only current with the anime
mostly.
season. So I will eventually read the rest of the manga. That's my goal, but I haven't yet. But we have been picking up the physicals as they come out. I believe we are now into the big arc that everybody talks about as of this volume. We're starting to really get into it. But yes, JJK 13.
All right, and another good Shonen Jump pickup, the first volume of Kaiju number 8. What a clean print right there.
Really great
This
volume.
is
It looks so pretty in person. It's got color pages.
Yeah.
Show off the color pages, which is kind of rare for Shonen Jump, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You don't always see a color page in the front of those.
Yeah, this is a series that I've been trying to keep up with online on the Shonen Jump app. I know Jerry's read a good bit of it too.
Yeah, like 30 or 40 chapters. Yeah.
So we're excited to finally have it physically. We weren't sure if it was ever going to get published in English. But it's exciting that it is because it is a really fun series.
Yeah, and these are coming kind of slow. I don't think we're getting the second volume for a while.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you, if you really like this after you picked it up, go read it on the app. It's made to be published digitally. The series is published digitally in Japan, so might as well read it over there. Okay, this next one was in their half-price book find. I'm actually going to censor the cover myself here. This is called Welcome to Succubus High. I found this at half-price books for obviously half-off cover price, and I have already read it, and it is a dirty, dirty series, and I would just say, please, if you are a young kid and under the age of 18, do not read this series. It's not responsible for you to do that. So, it is about a young man who's attending a succubus high school, and he's essentially teaching the succubus high school about men. That's the premise. And each of the succubi, is it succubi? Is that the...
I think so.
Each of the succubi that attend this high school, they have all their different reasons for getting to know the young protagonist involved in the series. It is just interesting to read. So for those of you that are into the finest of cultures, pick up Succubus High, but I'm happy I got it at half off.
Another half off pickup, The Legend of Arslan. If you don't recognize the art style, it is the same author as Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
This is a series that we've wanted to start for a while. And once we saw it for half off, we were like, well, might as well get the first volume because it's half off.
Right.
Definitely looking forward to trying it. It's in that fantasy genre still because she wrote another series. I'm forgetting the name, but it's more slice of life. And
Oh, Silver Spoon.
yes, thank you. Silver Spoon. But I think she really excels when it comes to fantasy.
Right.
And if you didn't know, she just started a brand new manga.
The first chapter was really good.
It's really cool. Also leans into some of that fantasy elements. I think it's just something that she really just excels at. Well, I guess technically it's not written by her. The art's by her.
She later writes more of it, but it's based off of, I think, like an old novel or something in Japan. Something along those lines, but she later kind of adapts it more, like takes some more reins over the storytelling later in the series, to my understanding.
But still, good to enjoy the art anyway because she's fantastic.
Yep. All right, so now I'm going to kind of I'm still kind of all over the place, but a couple other random finds. This was a half-price books find as well, and I got it for half off cover price. A lot of these half-price book finds we're talking about were half off their MSRP, or so half off of the book cover price, the price printed of it. So you know that we got a very good deal. So this is What a Wonderful World Volume 2. This is a much easier volume to get than Volume 1 of What a Wonderful World, which is kind of chronically out of stock is the word I want to use. I don't think it's technically out of print, but it's kind of chronically out of stock, hard to get your hands on right now, and kind of priced up on the secondary market. Wanted to go ahead and grab Volume 2, though, because I saw it for half price, and it is by Inyo Asano, the same author as Goodnight Pun Pun, as well as Dead Demons Day-to-Day Destruction. That's how it's pronounced. Nijigahara, Holograph, Downfall, all the great stuff. Another one of his short series that's only 2 volumes. I'd like to get Volume 1 as well to read it. Really big fan of Asano's work, so wanted to grab this when I saw it for half off.
Alright, and just continuing on another series that we have been picking up. How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? Volume 8. Still haven't wrapped. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
But we will.
I think I'm on like Volume 3 or something of Dumbbells.
Actually, I love this series a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's really cute. There's some like etchiness in it from time to time because they'll show these workout sequences and they're etchy. You just kind of have to read it to know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of wholesome stuff and it's really, really freaking funny. It's probably one of the funniest manga that I've ever read.
Yes.
And I think that's saying a lot because sometimes comedy manga is hard to translate to an American audience. Mm-hmm. But this does well because Americans are so into fitness. I think that's why it's maybe a little bit more relatable for the audience that, we're a part of. But definitely recommend it. But, if you're like super young, which most of our audience is not super young, but, if you're like younger than 16, maybe just stay away from this until you're 16 or 18 or something.
Yeah, but it is cute, slice of life, and it teaches you how to work out, low-key.
It does actually teach you how to work out.
And so next, I did pick this up full price from a local comic shop, but I do believe this is going a little bit higher on the secondary market right now. But I got this for cover price, so $16.95 from a local comic shop. And this is Blackjack by Osamu Tezuka, Volume 5. And a lot of the volumes of this that are past like Volume 1, 2, and 3 are quite a bit harder to find. I believe they're out of print at this point. I think only the first 3 volumes have stayed in print. This is a Vertical Comics edition of these, but to my understanding, they're actually not even printed in their original release order. So the volumes are kind of episodic. And so you can actually read these in, I think, just don't quote me on this, I think you can kind of read these out of order and it won't really ruin anything for you because the stories are already kind of printed out of order just because of the fact that it's a more episodic series. If you don't know what Blackjack is, it's about a doctor. Imagine like House, a dramatic doctor sort of drama sort of thing, drama, comedy, whatever you want to call it. It's a Tezuka work, and Tezuka is known sort of the godfather of manga, so it's really cool to pick this up. I believe I have 2 others of these that I've picked up in the last couple of hauls, so I was kind of just trying to get the ones that were local that I could find, and so yeah, Volume 5 now in my possession.
And then another pickup that we are working on, Blue Period.
The anime's so good.
It's really, really good. This is also wrapped too, but I'm probably going to unwrap it and read it as soon as possible. It is one of my favorite series so far. I think it's so beautiful, and I mean the art, but also the story and the characterizations in it too. And if you are interested in art or just creativity and things like that, or if you are a creator yourself, there's a lot of elements in here that are very relatable with the struggle to create and to not be, just mundane, and to try to stand out, basically. So this is a really great manga series for people who are artists or in the creative industry, or just content creators like us, just trying to do our best and just make unique stuff and, entertain people, basically. But, I mean, just such a good series. I can't recommend it enough, honestly. And there's only 5 volumes out, but watch the anime too because it's also just so well done.
Yeah,
so beautiful.
I'm not sure where the anime concludes. It's probably close to or around Volume 5.
I want to say it is.
It may even finish in Volume 5. So you kind of could watch and read both if you want to kind of get both sides of that story. But definitely check out Blue Period. Great shonen series. Next, I'm just going to quickly show off. I did pick up another volume of one of these Japanese shonen jumps. If you've watched some of our other hauls, I do pick some of these up when they have covers that I really enjoy because I can't actually read them. So I just pick them up for kind of collectible purposes if there's a cover that I'm really psyched about. And I love this cover of Yamato and Luffy and, wow, I'm forgetting, what's the kid's name? Momonosuke. Old Momonosuke up in the cover here. So I love that cover. Oh, wow, total loser. Wow, not a real fan. That's what I am. No, I'm joking. I've been one of these in a long time. But I had to pick these up. I usually pick up the One Piece covers when I see them at our local Kinokuniya, which is where we buy these. So if you didn't know, Kinokuniya imports a lot of Japanese books. So if you have one in your area, make sure you go and check it out. And you can maybe even pick up some of the Weekly Shonen Jump volumes. This was issue 49 for the year 2021, and I think this is near the end of the year, so I don't remember which chapter of One Piece was in this, but it's got to be in the 1020s, 1030s, something like that. So pretty cool to have some of these, and as you know, I've shown off before. I have quite a few of them, just the One Piece covers.
Alright, so like Jerry mentioned, Barnes did a half-price all hardcover books, including manga.
And a lot of the rest of this haul, both on my side and hers, are going to include a lot of these half-price hardcover books.
Yes, so we definitely... It was so funny because Jerry was telling me about his credit card statement, and it just said, like, Barnes & Noble, half-price, just books on books. We gotta love the holiday sales, right?
Yeehaw!
So, again, this was actually without me, but he so kindly picked it up for me.
I knew you needed it.
The Rose of Versailles, book 3 of these very cool special editions.
Incredible job from Udon.
Yeah, really amazing. Unfortunately, the camera's kind of glitching and being a little bit weird.
It's really not liking how much design is on this.
Yeah,
so.
it's having a hard time processing it. It's okay. Most people do. So, the unfortunate thing too, on top of the camera acting up, is that book 2 has been just so incredibly hard to find. I feel like
Yeah,
I've only
2's a little
seen
tough
it
to find.
maybe once or twice in stores, actually. Difficult to see it online anywhere, also, even write stuff. So, definitely going to be on the lookout for that. I want to have all 5 of the books eventually, because I did read the first one and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I'd like to continue, and it's one of those classics that I feel like, a classic shoujo, I guess I should say, that everybody should at least be familiar with to a certain point, because it's definitely influenced a lot of manga moving forward from that point in the 70s.
Yeah, absolutely. And what sucks about that is when I picked up Volume 3, online on Barnes' website, the store I picked 3 up at said that 5 was in stock, but I couldn't find it on the shelf.
Oh, yeah.
And me being dumb, I didn't even think, like, I should go ask an employee about it. But the week after, so long after the sale was over, we went back to the same Barnes & Noble. Volume 5 had been put out. So they probably had it. They probably had it in the back that day when I was there. And if I had just asked, they probably would have got it out for me. So that was one of the many hardcovers that I'm really upset with myself that I missed. Because then we could have got 3 and 5 for half off. 4 is pretty easy to get. So 2 would have been the only one that we'd have some trouble getting. But now we still need 4, 5, and 2 to complete the Rose of Versailles set.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well.
Okay, so I found this guy hiding out down in my pile here. I forgot that I grabbed this. This was also when I went to Half Price Books and I got all those other ones. I Went to Eat Your Pancreas, the complete manga collection. I saw a couple friends in the manga tubing community sort of talk about this book, and I have heard good things, and that made me go, okay, if I can get it for 50% off, it was $10. I was like, I'll take it, so I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to be for me. I mean, just being upfront, I don't know if it's going to be for me. Waifu might like it more than me. I'm not sure, but at the very least, it was $10. I can't be mad about that. If I don't like it, I don't like it. We'll sell it. If we do like it, we keep it, put it on our shelf. So happy we picked it up. I've heard it's a little bit sad, though, kind of in the same vein as something like A Silent Voice. That sort of deeply saddening story. So one more Half Price Books pickup that we had found.
Another pickup for the Barnes & Noble Half Price sale is Deserter, Junji Ito, the new collection that was released. Wow, that's creepy.
Yeah, that was a great cover.
Sorry.
Beautiful cover.
It's so great. They really do such a great job with that. And when you put it on the shelf with the other ones and the way the spines line up, it's so good.
Very colorful, really
pretty. It looks so nice. Yeah. They do a different color for the spines each time. And it's so nice. And we love Junji Ito in this house. So,
yes.
Look.
Yikes.
Look at that.
Yikes.
Biohouse.
So the reminder about these is that these are multiple short stories in one.
Yes.
And that's when they're labeled with the story collection tab on the spine. That's what they are. There's a lot of these ones, but there's also Junji Ito's that are all, like Rimina is one story.
Yeah.
And then you've got ones like Deserter that's just a bunch of shorter stories. So if you want to get into him, he's truly the horror master. Okay, so this was kind of a random one. Local store, and Alyssa will actually show some, waifu over here, will actually show some that she bought from the same store. We went to a comic shop. They were running like an after holidays, buy 2 get 1 free, anything in the store deal. And so I was getting a gift for my dad, and I decided, okay, I'll get 2 things for myself to, get 1 for free, essentially, because they were all 3 kind of the same price. So what I did is I picked up Pretty Guardian, Sailor Moon, the Eternal Editions, Volume 2, and Volume 3. And most people probably don't remember this, but we do have Volume 1 in our collection, but we never bought the 2 through 10. So I think we've been kind of deciding we're going to slowly try to pick them up. We can get them on a slight discount. And again, I was able to get my dad a gift, and then it was buy 2 get 1 free, so I picked these 2 up with it. So I consider that a discount. Essentially, I got 1 for free, got my dad a gift, you know what I mean? So about half off, essentially, in money math terms. But this is a classic. We want to have this in our collection. We both have always wanted to read the manga because we've only really seen the old anime when we were kids. And we've been running to watch the Sailor Moon Crystal, the newer anime. I think we started it once. I think we may have watched like episode 1 or something.
Maybe like 1 and 2.
Yeah, so I feel like we did at one point, but we really want to get the original story, and so we're going to get all this. There was only 10 of these big ones, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I can show you guys, like, the print quality and the way that these are printed is incredibly high quality. And the artwork just turned out so good. So I'm really excited to get into these and try to actually read them. Again, we have volume 1 already. Now that we have 3, I think that's enough to kind of actually sit down and read some before we start getting more until we finish up with all 10 of them.
Also part of that sale, Blade of the Immortal, I mean.
Yeah, Blade.
Blade! Wrong franchise. Blade of the Immortal, Omnibus 2. So I just went ahead and picked that up with 2 other things, which I'll show in a minute, but...
Yeah, she won't spoil her other 2 things that she picked up with it.
But again, just, I tried volume 1, or the Omnibus 1, and I decided to go with the soft covers because I like the spines way more than the
big gray bricks.
Yeah, the gray bricks. It's kind of just I'm whatever about it. These just look nice, and there's 10 of them, and they're all a different color, and I like that. I'm a fan of that aesthetic, so... But I also do like this story. I read the first one.
You like it more than, what's the other samurai one?
Vagamid.
Yeah, Vagamid.
Vagamid.
Waifu over here has been saying she read Vagabond, and she's been reading Blade. She kind of likes Blade a little better.
Blade better.
Like Blade a little better.
Like Blade a little better, so... It will.
We'll see how it goes as you get along with it. As you get more into both of them, we'll see how it goes. Because I do think most people like Vagabond a little better, but Blade is still a very highly acclaimed series.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, Vagabond, the art really is incredible, and I think it's really nice. The story just is really not as interesting to me, and it's a little slow. So that's it. That's my piece.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this next one, I really have to give it an enormous shout out. This is a hidden gem. If you've made it this far in, almost 30 minutes into this video, I want to show you guys something awesome that I was able to get. I have a buddy, his name is Shitsu, and he lives in another state than I do. And he texted me one day and he said, "Hey, Jerry, I found these for $2 each." Yes, you heard me right. $2 each. And he said, "I know you're a huge fan of the series. Do you own any of it?" And I said, "No, I unfortunately don't own any of the manga. Came out before my time, and ever since I kind of got serious into collecting again, they've all gone way up in price, so I haven't started working on the set yet." And I said, "Okay, so what's up?" And he said, "Well, I found volume 1, 2, and 3 for $2 each, and I want to hook you up." So I traded him. I gave him volume 99, 100, and 101 of the Japanese One Piece volumes, because I have a Kino nearby, and he doesn't. And he sent me these 3 that he found for $2 each. And this is going to blow your mind, guys. This is Saint Seiya Knights of the Zodiac, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. And guys, these are in immaculate condition. I don't even know how to explain. Like, there is just a slight amount of yellowing, but other than that, these guys are in perfect condition. And he got them for it was like $1.99 each or something like that. Incredible condition. These are first prints, so these aren't even the reprints of this series. This is a first print run of volume 1, 2, and 3. These 3 volumes together I've seen going for almost $100, sometimes even more than that. The rest of the early parts of the series go for massive amounts of money. So just to have these in my collection, even if this is all I end up getting of Knights of the Zodiac Saint Seiya, it is a huge honor because this is one of my favorite anime manga of all time. I mean, genuinely, this is something that is an absolute part of my childhood, a series that I loved and grew up with, and I've always loved this series, so I'm really excited to finally add these 3 to my collection. These are never leaving, because not only were they a gift, but again, it's just one of my favorite series. So this is the type of book that, once you get it, you keep these. So there we go, Saint Seiya, volumes 1, 2, and 3, Knights of Zodiac. So excited to add these to the collection.
Okay, so the other 2 of the buy 2 get 1 free sale that I got with Blade of the Immortal, I got Inuyasha Omnibuses 7 and 8. 7, 8. So yeah, I'm slowly making my way through the series, reading it and buying it. I've read 3 so far. Enjoying it very, very much. It's a lot of fun.
Classic shonen.
I don't know how much more I can talk about Rumiko Takahashi and Inuyasha and just all her stuff, so I won't go on about it. I won't ramble about it. But
read it.
I'm making the collection grow with
just know how exciting it is. These Bizbigs are getting reprinted, and Waifu and I have been able to get them to be up to number 8 out of, I think there's 18?
There's 18.
Shoot,
so
10 more that we see.
We're almost halfway there.
Okay, so I'm going to show you 4 more hardcovers that I was able to pick up during the hardcover Barnes & Noble half-off sale. Like I said, we kind of buck wild on it. And there's still some that I'm mad I got, or didn't get, like Rose of Versailles, Volume 5. But here's some more that we picked up. So we picked up Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. Yes, this is an awesome new collected edition of short stories by the manga master of Dragon Ball Z himself, Akira Toriyama. Really sick, really excited to read this. It collects a bunch of short stories that he did. Got an amazing hardcover spine, if my light wants to show you guys. There you go. Very sick, very impressive volume. I also finally picked up Levius, which is the initial starting point for the series Levius and Levius EST, which is the follow-up series to this. So this is where you start if you want to start Levius. It is about like gear boxing. I haven't read it before, but I've seen some clips of the anime. I know the anime was really weird in 3D, but I've been wanting to read it because boxing just really interests me. Do I think this is the best boxing series? No, obviously there's tons of awesome ones out there that, you know, that I probably should be reading instead, like Hajime no Ippo or Joe or any of the other classic boxing series. But I wanted to read Levius. It looked cool to me. I like the gear aspect of it. So I'm going to try it for half off. I couldn't leave it behind. Picked up Volume 3 of Fist of the North Star. Obviously, this was great because we were able to get it for half off. Made us really happy instead of having to pay the full price for it. Really excited to add this to the collection. And this is, if you don't already know, classic series from Shonen Jump being reprinted in these beautiful hardcovers. There's 3 out now. I think we're going to get 3 more this year. And we're going to get 3 a year until there's all 18 of them are published. The covers are beautiful. The series is awesome. Classic action shonen. And then the last hardcover we picked up in the hardcover sale was Lupin the Third's Greatest Hits. Yes, this is a completely new published edition by 7 Seas. Originally, some of Lupin the Third was published by Tokyopop many, many years ago. So there's some old Lupin, but it's never been reprinted since. But it seems that 7 Seas was able to get their hands on some of the classic series and reprint it for this hardcover collection. I have no idea if they're going to do more of these. This seems to just be sort of a combination of some chapters. It doesn't seem to be any sort of focused thing. I don't think they're going to reprint the whole series, but although that would be pretty awesome. Lupin is another just classic that's a big part of me. I mean, I just love Lupin. I love the old anime. I've made Waifu sit through some of the OG anime, which is, it's a bit of a of a series to watch. But, you know. So, yes, Lupin Third Greatest Hits. I had to add this. This is going to go right next to my Super Sentai volume that 7 Seas recently printed. And if I was not stupid, I would have bought Kamen Rider because it also was sitting on the shelf on the last day of the hardcover sale. I put it back because we had just already bought too much, and I've regretted it every day since. So, maybe I'll go back for it and just pay full price because I'm a loser.
You're not a loser.
Woo!
Okay, my last one is, as you know, Drifting Classroom. The second one. It was kind of a weird story. That's why I'm fumbling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, because so 1 and 3 we got as a part of the Right Stuff holiday sale.
Right.
And they didn't have 2 in stock, so we're
Right.
like, oh well, crap. Like, how are we gonna get 2? But then Barnes and Noble sent out a 20% off.
30. Yeah, it was a pretty good chunk of change off.
It was
like
pretty
25
good.
or something.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel a little stupid though because then like 2 weeks later, Barnes did the hardcover sale.
Yep.
But I mean, in the end, we still got a good discount on it. Even if it wasn't completely half off.
Right.
It was actually more than the typical Right Stuff discount.
It was.
So that made me feel a little bit better.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think that we got this volume cheaper than what Right Stuff had marked 1 and 3 down to.
Yes.
But if we had waited for the hardcover sale, this would have been even cheaper than that, which would have been wild, but we still got this at a pretty reduced price, so it was still a good find.
Yes, it was a great find. And if you didn't know, Kazuo Umez, who writes The Drifting Classroom, is a big inspiration for Junji Ito.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to kind of see some of the maybe inspiration for the stories that Junji Ito writes, and he kind of sees him as a mentor too.
Yep.
He actually wrote a short story about Kazuo Umez, and it's in one of the short story collections. I can't remember what. Sorry, don't know off the top of my head. But that's how I learned about this. Just a little deep cut fact for you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Drifting Classroom, number 2.
And if you're excited about that, this year Viz is actually publishing another of Umez's most popular works, titled Orochi. So it's coming out later this year. We plan to pick it up for sure. And if you like Umez, you like Ito, be excited for Orochi because that's gonna be sweet. And maybe go pick up this to check out some of Umez's work before you get into it. And by the way, weird fact about this, because I was Googling, They made a made-for-TV movie of this manga. Made in America.
Oh my God.
I think it was the 90s.
Yeah.
And it starred a very, very young Drake Bell, unfortunately. Very nasty to think about. But a very, very young Drake Bell starred in an American adaptation of this manga. Very weird trivia fact there, guys.
On that topic too, I think on the same day we found the American film adaptation of Fist of the North Star.
Oh yeah, I was showing Waifu.
And if I have the ability,
also goofy.
Maybe I'll edit in a clip from it right now because it's ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous. Now what? Now Waifu.
What?
I think there's one other thing we picked up last month.
Well,
Let me go get it. I'll go get it. Fuck, where'd I put it?
what is it? Like,
It's Berserk.
oh, it's right here.
Huh?
It's right here.
Oh. Okay. Oh, one last big boy. Yes, we picked up Berserk Volume 9, obviously, to get ourselves caught up. I know. Sorry, I tried to make it dramatic. I forgot about this volume and it was down there and we didn't notice it.
I forgot about it too.
Berserk Deluxe Edition, Volume 9 in the hardcover. We were able to get this half off during the half off Barnes & Noble sale as well.
Yes.
Obviously up to date. I have not read Volume 8 yet. And so I need to read 8 and then I'll read this one as well. We just both decided executively that we're only going to read them in these Deluxe Edition versions. And that's just because it's such a beautiful series, beautiful story, and this just really delivers. I mean, it delivers. So if you have the ability and the patience, this series, I think, will complete. Unfortunately, the series doesn't have a real ending because the author unfortunately passed away. But everything that was published by the original author, Kentaro Miura, if my timeline's right, should be out by summer of 2023. So you should have all of these complete. I think it's going to be 14 total of these to get all of the series into these deluxe editions. So if you're willing to be patient, which I think we both are, we're going to just read these as they release. It's a lot of fun doing that. And we're excited to add Deluxe Edition Volume 9 at half price into our collection. And the only other thing that I was really bummed about missing, so I'm bummed I missed Kamen Rider, I'm bummed I missed Rosa Versailles. Additionally, my local Barnes had Volume 1 and 2 of the full color edition High School of the Deads. And they only had one copy of each. And the day the hardcover sale started, they disappeared. Someone must have come and got them. Yeah. And so got to them before me, which is fine. But obviously the Barnes & Noble hardcover sale was one of the greatest things for manga collectors. So I hope that all of you at home took advantage of that and got a hold of some great hardcover manga, because there are some really great series out there that are being printed in that way, and some really great editions, beautiful books. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out to grow within the algorithm. And if you really enjoy our manga hauls or manga collection videos, then you can be tuned in by subscribing. You can press the bell if you'd like. But at the end of the day, you know that we just want to share our love of collecting manga with the world. So this has been another episode of My Waifu and Me. Thank you guys so much. Keep loving manga, keep collecting manga, keep reading manga. This has been My Waifu and Me, and we're saying peace.